The verses of the Quran I want to speak about have not been recited yet by the Imam. They are in the next surah, which most likely will commence tonight or would commence from the tahajjud. And this is the surah, Suratul Yusuf. It is the 12th chapter of the Quran. It is a surah that is so beautiful in its lessons that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala began the surah, He says about the surah, نَحْنُ نَقُصُّ عَلَيْكَ أَحْسَنُ الْقَصَصِ. We narrate to you the best of narrations, O Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. It is the best of narrations because of the numerous lessons that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala teaches in this surah. Patience, forbearance, resilience. All of these are taught in this surah. It is also a surah that teaches us about forgiveness. It teaches us about the understanding of who the true enemy to man is. It teaches us about compassion, about recognizing also the favors of Allah upon a person. But there's one major thing I want us to pull from the surah, and that is the lesson of love. The love that a father had for his son, and the love that the son had for his father. Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam was described as probably one of the best to be raised, because he was the son of a prophet, the grandson of a prophet, the great-grandson of a prophet, and he himself was also a prophet. It was said that beauty was divided into half. One half was given to the entire world. All of us that exist will share half of beauty. The other half was given to Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam. Can you imagine how handsome he was? He was so handsome that women saw him and they were slicing their hands out of how handsome Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam is, or was. Right? I would say is, because he still retains that handsomeness. But Aisha, one day, radiallahu ta'ala anha, says, they didn't see you, Ya Rasulullah. She said to her husband, if they saw you, you were even more handsome. Allahu Akbar. My wife has tried to tell me something like that too before. When she's happy with me, or when they are happy with me, alhamdulillah, 2 stars. Malam is not here, he wants me to do traffic. I say I have 4 wives now, alhamdulillah. 4 wives. 2 in 4, or 4 in 2. I don't know how you want to do the math. Yeah? And they've told me that I should wait till Hurul Ain. So meaning I should wait till Jannah. Khalas. Anyway, that's on a lighter note. But Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam goes through great trials. And his father, who loved him dearly, out of sorrow became blind because he yearned for his son. He knew something wrong was done to him. And Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam, who remained patient, would be reunited with his father. And he would remind his father of a dream that he had, where his father told him, "La taqsus ru'yaka ala ikhwatik." Don't tell this dream to your brothers. Why? Because he knew there was something in terms of jealousy that existed between them. And what he also knew was that the gift of prophethood that was given to him was passed to his son, Yusuf, not to his brothers. It shows the love a father can have for their child. And it also teaches us that as men, we should not shy away from loving our children, from loving our sons and daughters. Loving our children and showing them that affection is so important. Today, as a father, I understand what my own father went through while I was young. Because when we are young, we don't understand this. We wonder, why are they showing us so much love? Or why are they so overprotective of us? But when we grow and we become fathers as well, in a way, it makes us to appreciate the love of our fathers. Because then there are days when we will go back to them and say, is this what you went through for me? Oh, my father, I thank you. I've had times when I sit with my father and I have to cry before him, just to thank him for the kind of man he was and how he raised me. Because now I want to do better for my sons. And I see them and I watch them and I touch them and I play with them and I love them and I tell them that I am not just your father, I am someone who wants to lead by example, so that when you are growing up and someone asks, who is your role model? After the Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam, you can say your father. That is the legacy that we should live for our children. Not money, not cars, not houses. Live a legacy that your children will be proud anywhere they go to say, this was my father, and my father lived a good life. And even when you are no more, your children will remember you for that goodness. May Allah forgive all of our fathers that have returned. May Allah reunite us with them in Jannatul Firdaus. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us to be good fathers as well. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.